I know we're mindful of time, and there's another 7 of these that we can get into as
Let's
well.
get out.
A lot. Yeah, I know. I would trust me. After this kind of conversation, I would love to go do that. So if I was to just summarize some of the things that I heard, and then I was actually, while I'm doing this, I'll leave. I didn't put this in the notes here to do it, but I'd like to walk away with, if there was like one thing that, people that watch this and listen to it, they should go do. What should that one thing be? So while I summarized, if you want to think about that, and I'll go around and have you do that. But to me, like, if I took away some big sort of bucket walk away notes, is that this idea of complexity changing, and like what was complex at one point is now shifted, this non-predictable side of our industry, and sort of the understanding of sort of this inflection point, frankly, of as we evolve, not only just as a channel, but overall, like that's real. It also is this redefinition of what security is, not meaning that it's a redefinition that one is bad and one is good. It's just more of a redefinition of what the definition of it is, so which would transition the way that we think about it, we price it, we bring it to marketplace, the how we bring the convergence of the different things. All of that is changed on that end, and that there's, like, in my opinion, then I would walk away with all this of being like, if I read this, it's an opportunist, like the opportunity, and there's no better time than to be in an industry currently. Like, you can look at different stages of our industry. I'd argue the past 20 years was like great growth opportunity from where we've been. Like, a lot of people have done quite well as an industry for a lot of reasons that are there. But this redefinition, it seems like the expectations are changing of what good looks like from an industry standpoint, and we need to all bring that together. And then last but not least, if anything that this is showing me, is like conversations like this need to happen more. And I think that's the importance of reports such as this, securing the ground, these types of conversations. And I'm grateful that you all will take the opportunity, fly in for it, come local, which is, like a cheat code for us that it happened here. So thank you for doing that. But thank you for bringing the different parts and pieces of the table together and to do this. It's important. So with that, if I've watched this and sat through this, or ate it in small pieces that we'll do as well, what is one thing I should walk away with when I come to the Megatrends report?
I would say the pace of technological, innovative, and disruptive change is happening like no other time in the industry. You cannot open up a newspaper, magazine, turn on the radio, and not hear about AI. And 2.5, 3 years ago, ChatGPT wasn't even a thing. And now we're talking about generative AI being used in the physical security space. And so if you think about the data, the pace of change, and what it's doing to create complexity and opportunity, just lean into it, but understand that it's here, it's not going anywhere. Yeah. And that would be the one thing for me.
Thank you.
I mean, for me, if I was reading this report for the first time, the thing that would absolutely strike me to the core is know my customer intimately. And if you do that well and understand what those expectations are from customers, navigating this, there'll always be a true north there. Customers, there are new people talking to customers every single day. They're bringing new technologies, new solutions, new ideas. But the deeper you get with your customer, understand specifically at a deep level what drives their economic engine and where their risks are, the more easy it will be to navigate everything that we've outlined in these trends.
So I would go back to kind of one thing, and it fits anybody who's on the supply side. We're all on the supply side, right? And that is get better at expressing value, get better at conveying value. You hear that and you might think, okay, that's a sales directive, but it's really for anybody in any role in the supply side. We talked about this around 10 years ago at SIA when I was still on the board of directors. And the idea there was, how do you elevate the brand of the entire industry? And SIA has done just an amazing job over the last 10 years of putting more stuff out, webinars, events, membership has gone through the roof from the time period when I was there. And so they've done a really tremendous job at that level. But I think at the individual level, conveying that value to customers is part of the way that we get back to this, why do I think that we're systemically undervalued? Because we're not good at explaining it. And we did a summit a while back for our customers and had a speaker there who goes by the moniker Demand Gen. And she has a great bunch of stories about expressing the value of doing nothing to your customers, and then showing the delta between the cost of doing nothing and the cost of doing something with you. And I think for a whole lot of people that don't live and breathe security every day, they're unaware of that cost of doing nothing. And so it's an educational mission, but it's also becoming better at conveying value and making sure that people understand what it's going to cost them not to move forward with something. And that's regardless of the technology, regardless of the provider, regardless of where you are in the chain, everywhere.
Wonderful. Well, thank the three of you very much
Thank
for the
you.
opportunity to do this. I also want to thank SIA, so Jeff Cole, the work that he and his team put together to do this, the group of advisors that help give feedback as well to make this happen. And thank you. We'll put the link to download the report, and we look forward to having continued conversations just like this. So thank you.
Thank you.